So I'm sure that he ain't gonna change. He gonna be who he is, and again, he don't bother me. I don't think 2 seconds about none of that because he's not on my level. You know what I mean? It's like he's not talking about business. You know what I mean? It's just giving his opinion, trying to promote his son. I don't agree with. Floyd told me many years, probably go 25 years ago, that what kind of person he was. But initially, I'm just being honest, I didn't believe him. I had to see it for myself. Yeah. And my description of him, he's a horrible.
Leonard Ellerbe has shaken the boxing world with surprising new statements about Floyd Mayweather, and his latest interview has only made things worse for the undefeated legend. The former head of Mayweather Promotions has talked about sensitive behind-the-scenes matters, revealing serious concerns about Floyd's financial condition. Ellerbe confirmed that Mayweather is dealing with serious debt problems and ongoing money troubles, bringing attention to the same financial issues that reportedly kept him stuck in Dubai last year. These revelations have raised fresh questions about Floyd's true financial stability and the challenges he continues to face behind closed doors.
You got 55 cars, 40 girlfriends.
Well, actually,
you're a billionaire now, right? Come on, let's salute this billionaire on stage.
But how many years ago you was broke? When I say broke, you ain't have a lot of money, you was just...
His comments were so direct and harmful that many supporters began wondering whether Ellerbe was acting out of anger toward the man who removed him from his powerful position. Fans quickly questioned if this interview was less about truth and more about revenge. Think back to last year when reports came out that Floyd had been temporarily unable to leave Dubai. At the time, many dismissed it as rumors, but it turns out there was some truth to it. According to insiders, he was allowed to leave only after agreeing to clear unpaid financial obligations within a strict deadline. The deal reportedly stated that if those debts were not paid, he would have to return and renegotiate the terms. During the recent interview, when Ellerbe was asked about Floyd's current money problems, he first tried to avoid giving a direct answer, but the interviewer pushed further, insisting that whatever he revealed would finally bring clarity to the ongoing speculation surrounding Mayweather's financial situation.
Posted that you was no longer a part of Mayweather Promotions. You care to say anything about that?
There's nothing to say other than I appreciate the opportunity to do something amazing. We had an incredible run, and I'm forever grateful and thankful. Blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed.
I loved it.
I like hearing that. Ellerbe explained that Floyd Mayweather failed to pay the money he owed and was forced to return to Dubai to deal with the agreement he had made. That trip happened around the same time Floyd was involved in several scandals, including rumors about a supposed $42 million home purchase in New York, unpaid balances with luxury jewelry companies, and serious tax-related issues. I know people think he just ran away from everything, but that's not what happened. Ellerbe said his situation over there is actually more difficult than it is here. He's behind on payments to several jewelers, and he's also dealing with major tax problems. In Dubai, it's even more serious. The amount he owes adds up to hundreds of millions. Once he finishes dealing with those problems, then he'll have to come back and face legal matters here too.
Which he's done a good job thus far, but then sometimes there's a line that you cross with some of the things and you turn some people off.
In a statement that shocked many people, Ellerbe revealed that his departure from Mayweather Promotions was directly linked to Floyd Mayweather's financial misconduct and the mismanagement within the company. He explained that the situation had become impossible for him to continue. Walking away was extremely hard for me, but I didn't have any other choice. Ellerbe admitted Floyd has made one bad decision after another, and unfortunately, I was the one dealing with the consequences of those choices. I tried to keep things together for as long as I could, but it reached a point where I simply couldn't continue like that anymore. The problems kept building up, and it had already gone too far.
And what is it about him that sort of...
He's always been jealous of Floyd. He's always been jealous of Floyd, and if that ain't obvious, I don't know what it is.
Reacting to Ellerbe's statements, many followers quickly flooded the comment section with their own opinions. One user pointed out that the real issue might be Floyd's extreme lifestyle, saying that many former athletes lose their fortunes after retiring because of careless spending and poor financial choices. The fan also suggested that Mayweather likely exaggerates his real net worth since his public image depends heavily on appearing endlessly rich. Another commenter addressed the Dubai situation directly, arguing that it wasn't as simple as it seemed. "That's unlikely," the fan wrote. "Only his main passport would be restricted, and he could still travel if he wanted. In the UAE, it's common for employers to hold documents, but in Floyd's case, it probably involves a conflict with someone powerful, maybe even a member of the royal family with strong influence."
I ran all the way in here.
Why?
Because I couldn't even buy a bus ticket.
That's crazy.
But you still had 55 cars.
No, I don't.
What happened?
Well, I bought myself some crack.
Dang.
Speculating about the reasons behind his Dubai trip, another fan joined in with a detailed theory. There are actually a few reasons he's stuck there right now. One involves money laundering. Another is that he built up debts at a casino, went over his credit limit, and then tried to leave Dubai, promising to settle later, maybe with a check or a letter of obligation. That led the casino owner to contact authorities and stop his plane until everything was fully paid. Meanwhile, a more mocking comment made fun of Floyd's lifestyle, living this fake, flashy life on social media while owing huge amounts. The fan wrote, "From now on, he should be called Floyd No Money Mayweather. He's broke, showing off wealth online, spending on women, and now stuck in Dubai having to repay the wrong people. From a superstar to barely a shadow of one Staniu Soyui."
Respect thing, that's just something I don't get into. Floyd's a legend in this sport. He's accomplished everything in the sport, beat everybody's teeth.
Ex-CEO of Mayweather Promotions revealed that Floyd Mayweather had badly misjudged the profits from his most recent fight, suggesting that the money from that exhibition bout was basically his only way to escape growing debts. None of these guys, like Floyd, was Ellerbe further revealed that Floyd Mayweather's earnings from the fight were only around 20 to 25 million, far below the massive debts he still owed in Dubai. This shortfall is reportedly why he's pushing so hard to arrange another exhibition bout with Jake Paul. If he fails to settle his obligations after taking so long, the consequences could become very serious. Ellerbe's revelations are even more striking given that Floyd continues to live his usual luxurious high-end lifestyle without any clear slowdown.
Showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my...
Many fans have criticized Leonard Ellerbe, accusing him of betrayal for revealing private details about Floyd Mayweather after leaving Mayweather Promotions. What most people don't realize, however, is that Floyd himself set the example. Before Ellerbe even thought about exposing any wrongdoing, Mayweather had already made questionable decisions. Though Ellerbe initially stayed silent about Floyd's debts and scandals, he eventually spoke out. Since his departure from the company, Ellerbe has actively gone against Mayweather, providing federal authorities with important details about his locations and assets.
You do the same. It's all about making power moves.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them, we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on.
Whilst Rick Glazer also confirmed some details, Floyd Mayweather's public appearances made many believe the claims were either untrue or that he had managed to resolve his issues and leave Dubai by May. Yet Leonard Ellerbe has now insisted that Mayweather was indeed stuck in Dubai, and his release came with strict conditions, specifically that all his bank accounts were frozen until his debts were fully paid. Ellerbe's close role as CEO of Mayweather Promotions gave him insider knowledge, allowing him to know about the situation even before Gervonta Davis did. According to Ellerbe, Floyd may be back in the US, but he is still technically tied to obligations in Dubai.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments.
Leonard Ellerbe didn't go into detail. About the specifics of Floyd Mayweather's detainment, recent leaks have given boxing fans some clues. Ellerby reportedly revealed that Mayweather had been given a huge amount of cash at a casino, only to lose it all while gambling. Since there are no official casinos in Dubai, this likely happened at a private venue. The situation escalated to the point where authorities surrounded Mayweather's private jet, and with his bank accounts frozen, the money he had was basically useless at the Dubai airport.
Just out of curiosity, bro, he said that Floyd was kidnapped by the Abu Dhabi folks. Any comment on that?
And again, like I was just saying,
Mayweather's detainment in Dubai reportedly allowed him to move freely within the country and maintain his luxurious lifestyle, but leaving the country was strictly forbidden. To enforce this, Dubai authorities placed security around his private jet to make sure he couldn't leave. Reports suggest that Floyd Mayweather owes a huge amount, likely reaching into the hundreds of millions, and is paying more than $20 million a month toward his debts. Instead of taking smarter steps to manage his finances, he has continued living lavishly, only making his money problems worse. Dubai, known for strictly enforcing debts, especially against foreigners, has a reputation for holding Americans responsible when they owe large amounts. Interestingly, mainstream media stayed unusually quiet about these rumors, and even the White House did not comment on the situation despite Floyd's growing controversies. Notably, it has been his former protege, Leonard Ellerbe, who has been revealing Mayweather's hidden actions and even claims of scams in Mexico. Ellerbe's insights into Floyd's financial instability support other reports, including statements from Gervonta, claiming the boxing legend is effectively being held hostage. Notably, Ellerbe had previously been known for staying quiet about Floyd, rarely speaking out in interviews or public statements.
Ellerbe no longer in at Mayweather Promotions. Seems like that's happened a couple times over the course of the years back, because I remember years ago I was thinking Richard Schaefer was going to take over, but now apparently that is happening. Thoughts on Leonard Ellerbe making his way out?
I think Leonard is still in a good position, and I don't think that it was any.
Since leaving Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerbe has stepped into a completely different field. His first move into the fast-growing world of women's college basketball proved to be immediately rewarding. On Monday morning, Ellerbe attended a press conference in State College, Pennsylvania to announce the transfer of one of his signees to Big Ten competitor Penn State. In this new role, he serves as an advisor to McMillan on NIL deals. Ellerbe spent 17 years as the face of Mayweather Promotions before parting ways with Floyd last June. During his time, he played an important role in promoting all of Mayweather's major pay-per-view events, including the highly publicized 2015 fight against Manny Pacquiao at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, where the undefeated 5-division champion secured a unanimous decision victory.
I just think that it was just time for him to move on.
Of course, Leonard is very wrapped up in PBC type stuff here with this promotion and everything that they do. Do you think that played any part in him leaving Mayweather Promotions?
I guess it could have played a part. I mean, if you're in between promotions and you're working with one.
The Mayweather-Pacquiao fight generated over $600 million in total revenue and set a US pay-per-view record with around 4 million buys. Leonard Ellerbe, the former CEO of Mayweather Promotions, found himself at the center of events that eventually led to his exit, officially announced by Floyd Mayweather on Instagram. Ellerbe's position has since been taken over by Richard Schaefer, the former CEO of Golden Boy Promotions. A fan shared their thoughts on the change, writing, "It's about time. People defended this guy for years, and maybe some still haven't realized, but I've been talking about him for a long time. Just because he promoted Tank, people supported him blindly."
I mean, yeah, so, but I don't think there was no, like I said, I don't think there was no animosity or anything, because even Floyd always spoke as, you know, he would always say that, you know, when Al Heyman had fights, you know, because he can always get his fighters on Al Heyman shows.
I mean, do you think it was a little difficult for Leonard being in a tough spot, because obviously
Another fan joined in with, A rather unusual opinion, focusing on Ellerby's appearance rather than his work. I don't know why, they wrote, but his facial hair always looked completely strange to me. I can't explain it, it just never looked real. For that reason alone, I always disliked him. Yet another added, unbelievable. Ellerby has been part of Mayweather Promotions from the very beginning. I still remember when he went from being Floyd's head mass to CEO. He treated that mass's role very seriously, even licking his lips while massaging Floyd's head in the corner. The last comment showed doubt about the company's future, criticizing Ellerby's replacement and insisting that Mayweather Promotions couldn't truly move forward without him.
Floyd and Tank had their ups and downs, so mostly downs recently. So do you think that was?
Yeah, that makes it tough. That makes it tough. That makes it where, you know, he basically, because a lot of times friends want you to pick sides.
Another fan openly criticized Schaefer's track record over the past 8 years. Look at what he's done. They wrote he completely failed to secure TV coverage for the WBSS from the start. It should have been an easy win. Both of his promotional companies failed, and the fighters who signed with him saw their career slow down. It's been nothing but setbacks and mistakes, like a baseball player stuck in a strikeout streak. While rumors of changes had been spreading, the news still surprised many people. Ellerby had been Floyd Mayweather's trusted right-hand man from the very beginning of his career. But things have clearly changed as Mayweather Promotions has struggled in recent years.
And he just kept his business.
It seems like Mayweather Promotions is kind of, over the last few years, not had the place of prominence that it had previously. Do you think that's part of it too, or it seemed like it's kind of more of an afterthought at this point?
Well, I mean,
Floyd as Uncle Jeff, Mayweather has shared insight into how Ellerby handled the tense relationship between Davis and Floyd. While Floyd had at times criticized Davis after the boxer left Mayweather Promotions, tensions grew to the point where Davis began spreading rumors about Floyd being stuck in Dubai, and the two even used social media to openly attack each other. When asked about Ellerby's role, Jeff admitted that handling the situation was extremely difficult. He explained that people often push you to choose a side, but Ellerby seemed to manage the situation wisely. As Jeff said, Leonard is smart enough not to take sides and just stayed focused on the business.
I mean, it got to a point where, you know, I started hearing a lot of young fighters saying that, they're not getting fights.
I guess it could have played a role, Jeff explained. If you're caught between promotions, working with one while not working with the other, it can make things harder, but honestly, I don't think there was any real bad blood. He went on to explain that Ellerby's hesitation to fully separate from Al Heyman contributed to the split between Leonard and Floyd, since Floyd often relied on Heyman's shows to feature his fighters. Despite this, Jeff stressed that there is no bad blood between them and that they remain on good terms. All eyes will now be on how Mayweather Promotions performs under Richard Schaefer's leadership in the boxing world.
I have no idea. But, so basically, if you're not getting work.
Floyd first shared his decision only through social media, but after it was widely misunderstood by fans and industry insiders, the undefeated boxing star chose to address it live. Earlier, he had posted an old photo of himself with Richard Schaefer on Instagram, along with a caption explaining the split with Leonard Ellerby. The post expressed Mayweather Promotions' sincere appreciation, stating, "We extend our deepest thanks to Leonard Ellerby for his outstanding leadership and strong commitment throughout the years. Leonard has been a key part of our team, playing an important role in many business ventures that contributed greatly to the success of Mayweather Promotions."
So what do you think about, Richard Schaefer obviously tightening the sport for many, many years? Do you think that was a good move?
Jeff Mayweather also spoke about an internal issue that may have added to the tension between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Leonard Ellerby. He revealed that several young fighters at Mayweather Promotions were unhappy about not getting enough fights, as Ellerby was reportedly spending more time with PBC and neglecting his main responsibilities. "I'm hearing more and more from young fighters that they aren't getting chances," Jeff said with concern. "And who's responsible for that? Honestly, I don't know." He added, "If you can't get work, you have to make a move." That's all for now. For the latest updates on boxing news, highlights, events, and more, stay tuned by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to catch every new upload. Until next time.